Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you very much for joining me today for a card making tutorial, and today I am participating in the Ink Stamp Share blog hop, which is a colour challenge hop. Okay, so there's 5 colours that we were offered to work with, and I think the brief was to use at least 3, but you know, can't resist a challenge, so I thought we'll try and squeeze in all 5. So a collection of sort of pink purples, rich raspberry, polished pink and petal pink, along with soft sea foam and soft succulent. Really nice colour palette, and let's face it, this is always going to be a flowery card, isn't it, with those colours to choose from. Alright, so with that in mind, the card that I'm going to reproduce with you today, just flexing the colour ways a little bit, is going to be this one. So there's a few elements that we're going to change, but this is the launch pad for what we're going to demonstrate with you today, and this uses the Flowers of Friendship stamp set and the coordinating flowers and leaves punch, which are available as a bundle, and when you buy the stamp set with the coordinating punches or dies, you do save 10% on the combined price. So elements that we're keeping are the overall layout of using a square in the middle. Now the square there is, just putting that out of the way just so that I've got it to refer to, is 3 inches square, and I've got a mat behind it which is 3 1/8 square, and a regular cut and scored card base. So you can see I've switched the colours. I've gone for the petal pink in the background, and I've brought in the soft sea foam as the layer there, so sort of softening things down a little bit. And there's a couple of reasons why I decided to change that, and that's because I wasn't super happy with the petal pink with these 2 colours, so I've brought them back out into the card base, and if I was going to do that I needed to bring the soft sea foam in, so I've done it with the layer. Okay, so that's why I decided to change the colour palette, and obviously it gives you a different look to see as well. Okay, so the only thing to do with this square is to stamp the sentiment. So this is another element I've changed. I'm going for this one, Life is Better with Friends Like You, because it fits better within the sort of the layout, if you like. I felt like, whilst white space is great, I don't know, it just felt like there was something missing from this one. But I'm going to keep with the soft succulent to do that, but we will stamp it off to one side so that we can build our flowers around it to the right. Okay, so that's where that's going to go, straight up and down, and it's almost straight but not quite, but I'm sure you'll forgive me that. Okay, we can layer that straight up. We don't need to do anything else with that until we want to construct the final project. So we'll just layer that with its soft sea foam layer. As I say, that's 3 1/8 inch. Okay, so that's ready to go, and that's going to be popped up onto some dimensionals. So we'll just put one for good measure in the middle there. So like I say, that panel is ready to go onto the card when we're ready. So I've got various strips of cardstock here now to stamp and punch out our other elements. So the large flowers I'm going to do with the polished pink. Whoops, let's just make sure everything's not on top of each other, basically. So sorry about that. The large flower is orientated on the block as a cross, so that we can punch that out nice and easy, and you want to leave plenty of space between them so that they can be punched out easily. And the other thing I'm going to do is, while it's still wet, is just go over that with the clear Wink of Stella pen. It's super subtle, but this does pull out a little bit of the colour in the... Oh, did I need 3 of these? I need 3 of these, don't I? Oh, it's alright, I'll do 3 of the other ones. I was going to do 3 big ones and 2 little ones. It does pull out a little bit of the colour, which is fine. That's what I would like. So if you are doing that, just bear that in mind, okay? And then the small flowers I'm going to do in rich raspberry. So it turns out I'm going to do 3 of them now, because I want 5 flowers in total. Remember, the odd numbers are generally more pleasing to the eye. So rich raspberry, again I've orientated the stamp so it's in an X shape, and that will fit into the punch when we come to do it much more easily. Right, I do find that these dark colours really do bleed out quite significantly with the Wink of Stella. Okay, so the paler colours less obvious, much more subtle, and the longer you leave between stamping it and using the pen over the top, the less it will bleed, okay? Just that time between stamping the image, because the ink will still be wet. Okay, so that's already starting to set now. But it just gives you another layer of the colour without introducing anything else to your card. Okay, and then likewise we're going to bring back in the soft succulent. I forgot the name of the colour then. Oh my gosh. Again, just looking at my punch, and that needs to go that way round. What did I say? Yeah. So we want to stamp that on there. So this is just a strip of cardstock that we can use to punch those out. Again, we'll pull in the Wink of Stella. That doesn't bleed anything like as much as the rich raspberry does. And then we'll do a couple of the smaller leaves as well, which go the other way. Like so. So there we are, that's all our elements stamped. Okay, and now we can get on with some punching. So as I say, the punch itself, so you can line it up properly. That's why I've put these, stamped the images like they have. So if you see there, the flower aperture there is in a cross shape, which will fit beautifully around that image, and spacing them apart means that we're not going to clip the other images with the other elements within the punch. Okay, so we're just going to snap that down, save that of course, make sure we get all our bits and bobs out of the punch so it doesn't get jammed. And we'll repeat that with all of the elements. Okay, so just some firm pressure on there. You can use 2 hands, just please be careful of the fleshy bit on your hands there, because it hurts. Okay, they're really, really strong punches. Okay, so just line it up in there. The petals sort of look different, but they are actually completely symmetrical, so you can't get it the wrong way around. In terms of the stamping, some of them you have to twizzle around and make sure the right petals are in the right orientation, but as long as you've got them in an X shape like this, then it'll fit just beautifully. So it's been drawn very cleverly to look different even though it's symmetrical. Okay, last one there. So I'm just going to do this in real time, just so that, I don't know why I'm trying to do that right-handed when I'm not right-handed at all. Here we are. Okay, just make sure all your scraps are out of your punch, and then I'm going to do exactly the same with the leaves. So we're going to work across from left to right here to get those leaves out. Okay, these are probably a bit close to the edge, but it should be fine. Just make sure we don't lose our image in the debris. There we are. Just needed a little bit of extra encouragement, that one did. So you don't want all these little bits, see these bits, if they get stuck in there, you don't want those staying in because it will jam your punch. So just be mindful when you're doing something like this that you're not going to end up in bother with that. So twizzling that round so it fits into the other part of the punch. Same again. Last one. So when you've got a little teeny tiny piece like this, just you might need to just poke it around with a tool or something just to get it lined up, or be sensible and don't use such a teeny tiny piece of paper. That's the other option. Okay, all our debris out of that so that it's ready to go for next time. So just a bit of patience there, just with the punch, getting all those elements done. But once they're done, the rest now is just about getting them assembled. I do like to shape the flowers before they go on, which I do with this little tool that I picked up a long time ago, which is basically a giant ball tool, and if you rub on the back and then into the middle, you get these nice cup shaped blooms, which I'm putting back onto my silicone mat upside down, ready to receive some glue for us to add them to the card. Oops. Just like that. And we can flip over our leaves as well, ready to receive some glue. Whoops, she says. Let's put that down. There we go. Right then. So here we go then, just build this up now. Get those dimensional backs off, which come off really, really easily. They are very user friendly. And put that down above centre there with my wonky sentiment. Okay, so it's often a good idea to sort of have a bit of a dry build of where you want your flowers to go before committing with your glue. So that's sort of what I had in mind, was like a spray of flowers down the side. Okay, Okay, so something like that. If your phone's free, but mine's up there filming, you could take a snap of that, and then you'll know exactly where you want to place your flowers. So as it is, what we'll do is we'll lift them up, put a dab of glue on the back and kind of replace them. We've got a little bit of wriggle room time before that completely sets to make sure it's right. And obviously we don't want to obscure our sentiments. If you use a nice generous blob of glue, it sort of just sits onto the on the base card, and it will just sort of twizzle on its little blob until you're happy that they are where you want them to be. Then hopefully the petals or leaves will cover up any little stray bits of glue. It does dry clear, but you know. Okay, so once you're happy with your orientation of everything there, the rest is reasonably straightforward. We can just add in our little leaves here. I'm just going to have a pokey tool to help me just press the little tips of those in. So having these extend beyond the frame is going to look really, really cute. It really does draw your eye into the design, in my opinion. You can tuck them in as far in as you want, or not, as the case may be. My voice is going funny. We need one at the top somewhere. So let's tuck this one in under there, like that. I think we need a companion for this one down here as well. So we'll just slot that one in. Like so. So the embellishments I chose to use were the elegant faceted gems, which I've forgotten to get out the drawer, which I've now obscured with other stuff. So let's grab those. So these have got, as the name suggests, some really pretty faceted detail to them. I don't know whether you can see those. See? How cute are those? But of course, because they're colourless, they will tone in beautifully for whatever project. We could use the white ones as well, I guess. But the large ones fit, it's almost like they were made to fit these large flower centres. Okay, and give that press, and that just secures the glue behind there as well. I'll just give that, oops, that one's trying to escape. Ooh, and that one's really made a bid for freedom. But it's going on my project and making it look pretty. I really love this, I like this one. I like them both, to be fair, but I think swapping the colour around actually has done this one the world of good. World of good. Okay, so that is it. Love it. The sentiment was straight, it's perfect. And then this is the original. Okay, wow, okay, it's quite close in terms of which one I like. I think I like them both for different reasons. Okay, of course you'll tell me in the comments which one you prefer. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Please do stop by my blog post there's going to be a whole list of participants in this blog hop who would appreciate some comments on their blogs. Some of them may have also done videos as well, so look out for those. I hope you've enjoyed that and have some ideas on how you can use those colour combinations in your card making. I think it's really, really cute. In the meantime, take care, stay safe out there, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.